Hey, Fred, welcome to Let's Talk Context Live, episode 23. Oh man, I've missed you all so much. It was so weird not being able to live stream yesterday. Not yesterday, last Sunday. So, how are you? What's been going on? Anything new happening? We've got some great goodies for you all. So, new exercises, new activities are coming your way. We've been working. You've seen that we've maybe moved some things. So, definitely, if you're not following us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, at Speak Right Play, Facebook, Speak Right Play English, and we now have Pinterest. So, if you're on Pinterest, look for our account. You'll see it. We've got great, amazing, phenomenal, I don't know what other adjectives to use, but we have some content ready to go that we're going to be lining up for you all to be released. All right, well, let's get to it. We're going to start with around the world. You've heard me say on several occasions that this is not a political platform. But with everything that's been happening around the world, not just in the US, we cannot escape talking about politics. I want to talk specifically about what's happening in Belarus. And we're not going to get too deep into everything, the history, but there are some vocabulary words from this article that I was reading on BBC that I think would be great for you to add to your lexicon. It's great for you to know, especially with elections taking place in many countries around the world. So what's going on in Belarus? It's not a country that we hear about often. Some of you may not know where Belarus is, but basically what took place was they had their elections and the citizens, the people, did not like the outcome of the elections. They thought the elections were rigged because of the person who won, the president, Alexander Lukashenko. So with the people thinking, oh, these elections aren't fair, it's not right, we thought someone else was going to win, they started protesting. And I mean, like, they were protesting to the point where the guard, the military had to come out to defend the president, to protect the president. And basically, it's been making, the news about Belarus has been making headlines. It's been promoted, it's been talked about here in the US, abroad, in other countries, because of the uproar that the citizens are making, of the way that they're protesting and they're demanding that this president, the results of the election be nullified, be canceled, or be dismissed. Now, I don't know a lot about Belarus and its history, but basically what's happening now, we see the people who oppose the president, his opposition, are leaving the country. The article said that they're going to Poland to seek refuge, to seek safety or protection, because they may end up going to jail or having something worse happen to them. And one of those individuals is the woman who ran against him, Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya, and she was married to a former president. So, I mean, in this article, it's a great article. The link is in the description if you want to read it. There are some awesome terminology that I think that you should know. Specifically, the word opposition, protest, activist. What is an activist? An activist is someone who stands up for justice, social justice. So an activist will protest. An activist can be part of the opposition, someone who opposes whatever is in the majority, let's say. Repression, jailed. Now, we know of jail as like the place where we take people who commit crimes, but did you know that jailed could be used as a verb? Read the article to see how it's used and the context and all of that. And then the final word is sanctions. So when we talk about politics, policy, protest, social justice, these are excellent words that you can use and you can add to your lexicon. So you can go ahead and get a dictionary or a thesaurus to learn a little bit more about these words and how to use them properly. Reminder, well, maybe not a reminder, maybe this is new to you. We are having our last persuasive writing course this October. The class will begin October 2nd, the weekend of October 2nd. And we have several slots available. And since it's the last class of the year, we've decided to make it 25% off. So if you are interested in taking the class, in improving your writing skills, your persuasive writing skills, understanding English grammar at a deeper level, definitely take the course because it's an amazing course. And I say that all the time, but it really is a great course, and people walk away with it having a deeper knowledge of English. Even if you're not necessarily taking the class for professional reasons, for your job, I think it's a great course anyway because you'll learn so much that you can apply that stuff to everyday life or to your writing in general. So go to our website if you want to learn more information, speakwriteplay.com, and you can see everything you need to know there. Okay, so the word of the day. Oh my gosh, these are the last few weeks of our word of the day contest. Because September is almost over, even though it just started. So the word of the day contest, we have a word of the day, and I'm going to explain it to you. If you want to enter the contest, or if you just want to do it for fun, write a sentence using our word of the day. And if the context of the sentence, the word of the day, is used correctly, you will get a point. You do 10 word of the day sentences from 10 live streams. You can go back to past live streams, and you will be entered to win $25 deposited to your bank account or a $25 Amazon gift card. It must be an original sentence, and yeah, I think that the only rule is it must be an original sentence. That was it. Because I will be checking to make sure it's not plagiarized. So use the information from this video, no outside resources, and your brain, and kind of put together a sentence that you think would work. It doesn't have to be a perfect sentence. I'm not going to criticize you for your grammar, but it's more to make sure you understand how to use the term in the correct context. All right, so our word of the day is pressure. And we're talking about pressure as in a noun. So it's a force or influence placed on someone to do something. Grace felt a lot of pressure to deliver a perfect presentation. You can also say, the pressure is just too much. So those are two examples for you. I was feeling very generous today. So if you want to enter the contest, or if you just want to practice using the term, then go ahead and write a sentence in the comment section, and we'll be good to go. So let's talk about staying active. Lockdown in the US really kind of happened where I live in March, mid-March. And so it's been 6 months since lockdown was really implemented. And over those 6 months, probably the first 5 months, the first 5 months I wasn't going to the gym at all. I stopped my workouts and all of that. And so during that time, naturally, we're at home more, we're eating more, we're not as active, so naturally we gain weight. And that's what's happened, I would say, to many of us, outside of those who were still working out and finding ways to stay active. When we talk about staying active, we're not just talking about going to the gym. We're talking about fitness as a whole. And so what are the different forms of fitness? Well, when we work out, we can go to the gym, we can walk, we can play sports, we can run outside on a track. And so those are the things that we do to stay active. Those are all different ways, they're forms of exercise. When we talk about exercise, there's cardio. And so cardio, it's the things that you do to really get your heart pumping. So you want your heart beating really quickly, because as you work out, as you increase the intensity of your workout and your heart is pumping more, then you're burning more calories. So as we're having this discussion, you're hearing these words that we're using when we talk about exercise and staying fit and staying active. With Corona, I've put on several pounds. I stopped going to the gym immediately because the gym is a cesspool of germs. Cesspool just means it's a place where a lot of germs can be concentrated, because we're sweating and it's just, it's gross. But because I took lockdown very seriously, I wasn't going out at all. And so now that things are not necessarily getting better, but I feel more comfortable going out, I've gone back to the gym. And so when I'm at the gym, I run on the treadmill, I use the elliptical. These are all pieces of equipment that I use to work out. And I use the bike. There's the rowing machine that you go back and forth and you're pulling on these weights, trying to work your arms. When we talk about staying active and staying fit, it's not just about the exercise that we do. We also want to make sure that with exercise, we pair it with our food, right? So, I mean, it's kind of pointless for me to go work out 3, 4 days a week if I'm going to come home and eat junk food and, stuff that's really, really bad for me, high in preservatives, carbs, all of that. So staying fit, staying active is, yes, being involved in sports, playing soccer, running, playing tennis, but it's also making sure that I watch what I eat. But that's a separate live stream. You can also walk, right? Walking is a great way to stay fit, to stay active. I believe the recommendation is to walk at least 30 minutes. I used to walk about an hour round trip from and to and from work. Basically, got on the metro, walked to my job, walked back, and did that whole thing 5 days a week. And it's insane how much weight I lost. But yeah, those are all great ways to stay active. So if you're not really a gym person, you can go for walks or you can go for hikes. If you prefer, kind of staying at home, you can do yoga or you can do Pilates. Those are all different exercises that involve more stretching and working different parts of your body. So those are some terminologies. Those are some ways that we can talk about staying active and fitness. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.